What is up, everyone? Guys, as you can see, it's Frack Daddy Barbecue here. I'm Jared from Texas. And as y'all can see, look, we don't have Andrew tonight. Andrew took the night off, and we have our best pickle in the house. What is up, Charlie? How are you, brother?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for bringing me on the show, man.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you. It's been a while since we've hung out. Guys, as we were kind of talking before the show started, and Charlie and I were talking about what we did for Thanksgiving, and I don't know. Do you want to share with them what kind of spread you had for Thanksgiving, Charlie?
Yeah. I put it on Instagram. I got the comment from J-Rod, and he said, "Hey man, that looks real good." I did turkey, obviously. It was a 14.5 pound turkey. Brined it for 24 hours, and then I did macaroni and cheese with 3 cheeses. I did Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, roasted Brussels sprouts. Super good. And then I did giblet gravy. What you got, in my opinion, hands down, you got to have giblet gravy.
Now, do you put the giblets in your stuffing, or do you call it dressing? Like, what do you call it?
Yeah, I mean, well, like I'll call it dressing or stuffing. It all depends. Like, I mean, I grew up with stovetop stuffing, so it's so you kind of, and then I don't put it in the turkey. I grew up having it in the turkey, but apparently that's not super safe. But
my grandma always put she would boil the giblets, get them real nice and tender.
Yeah.
And then she would add them to her stuffing. And
see, I add it to the gravy. So I do. So
she
I
does
boil
both,
down. Yeah, I boil down the neck and the heart, the liver, and the gizzards.
Oh yeah.
And stick in some salt, pepper, garlic powder, or garlic rather, onion, celery, carrot. Boil that down for a couple hours, and then and then strain it out. Chop up all the meat, mince the meat from the neck, put that back in, make a roux, and then do gravy out of that.
Nice.
It's money. And my stuffing or dressing, whatever you want to call it, is money town.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like people die for it. It's wild mushroom leek stuffing.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is so dang good.
Well, I
could barely actually get it in the oven. People were already stealing bits and pieces of it.
I have a feeling that this is Chris from Eastwind Farms. So,
howdy to you, that is Chris.
Chris, what's up, buddy? We want to give a big shout out to Tom. What is up, Tom? Hope you're doing great. And we got Mr. Rush Jones in the house. We got Hisham all the way from Egypt. Hisham, I'm so glad that you're here. And guys, if you don't know about it, we started an International House of Barbecue. And I'll tell you what, Hisham has been posting some phenomenal stuff in that group. So, Charlie, if you're not, I don't know if I sent you an invite, you need to check it out.
Yeah. You got a link for that? You want to post down below?
If you don't mind, maybe you or matter of fact, we'll get it here in a second. But
all right.
Continue to say hello to Meredith. How are you, Meredith? We got Kent, Mr. Daddy Dutch himself. Hope you are doing well. We got Judge Whip Barbecue in the house. We got Chuck, Niners Nation. What is up, Chuck? Hope you're doing wonderful this evening. We got Chef Johnny, who is just right up the road from where I live. And then, like I said, we still have... Oh, look, what do you know? We got Johnny, View to a Grill. What is up, Johnny? Rick is in the house. So
we got that tuna from Tuner Tuner Emperor.
What is up, Tuna?
I'm the Bobby
So,
Catton.
but so what else you been up to, Charlie?
Not much, man. I haven't posted on Instagram in a while, but I don't know if you know Rusty Lamb takes great pictures on Instagram.
Yes, I've actually
When I
followed him on Insta.
yeah, he's phenomenal. When I posted my
Right.
picture, he said, "Man, well, I thought you died or didn't cook anymore." I said, "Man, I cook every single day. It's just a
Yeah,
matter
but
I don't get it.
you
I
just
don't
don't
post pictures
post.
every single
You just don't
day."
post, Charlie.
That is true.
So hey, I'll be honest. I've been guilty. Melissa
I
and
know.
I've
I
been,
keep waiting Sunday mornings.
you
Like
know,
after I watch Bear Clan, and that's why I get up, have my coffee, watch the Bear Clan, and I'm waiting for my Jared.
well, we've kind of taken a
Last
little break because
last couple weeks.
we're packing up and getting ready to move. We're moving
Oh yeah,
closer
I
into
heard about that.
yeah, we're moving into San Antonio, and so we're going to be a lot closer to my job, which it's going to be good.
And closer to
So,
Chef as well.
oh wait, hey, Chef said he's south of Dilly on a hunt. Nice, sweet.
Oh, I
So
get where
he's
that is.
literally he's not maybe too far from me. So we got Rick in the house. So
Looking at his ass.
hey,
Talking
we got
about Texas.
Brian from Castle Hives, guys. As you know, Brian is one of the channel sponsors for the Barbecue Late Night Live. So, guys, go check out Castle Hives. Let's see. I'm really honestly kind of pushing, like, I really think that this is Chris.
That would be Chris. And it took me a second or two to figure out that acronym. I've never heard anyone call Johnny VTAG. It's a view to a grill.
Oh, I'm like, wait,
That one
wait.
took me a second. I was like, what? A V tag? What?
So, yes, guys,
I'll
like
never
we already
know.
said, if y'all don't mind, please give a thumbs up. Like we also like to always say, guys, if you do not know who Chuck from Niners Nation is, go check out Chuck. And then let's see. I did talk to Russ a second ago. I'm going to. How about them Cowboys? They're still doing better than your team, Rick. So, controls. I believe it's controls.
So what do you end up doing for Thanksgiving?
I
You end up
actually
cooking or eating or both?
I smoked the turkey for Melissa's family, and I
Very
did the
nice.
ham. Um, and then Melissa, she made her shit. Are we frozen? And then Melissa makes her corn casserole that is out of this world. Her dad. So in the
Sounds
morning,
awesome.
her dad made kolaches and then made rolls. Melissa made a buttermilk pie.
Yes.
There's just a lot of stuff. Green bean casserole, stuffing, all that kind of good stuff. But
Yeah. I love the green bean casserole, man.
oh yeah,
Almost made that this year as well.
right. So guys,
So good.
there is a link right here because, like I said, Russ said that if he if I put it in
There's
there,
two links, you Nimrod. You
I only
double
copied it.
posted. You double
No, I
pasted.
only copied it once. Let's retry this.
Lack of cilantro.
There
Man,
we
I
go.
love cilantro. Give
All
me
right,
that
there
cilantro
is the
for
correct one. We got Liberty in the house. What is up, Liberty?
yeah,
So,
jump on in and tell us about your Thanksgiving. And
yeah.
then we also want to talk. I don't know. You want to talk about Thanksgiving leftovers? Because
Ooh, yeah, we can definitely do that. Ooh,
yeah,
Cracker
because like
Barrel Barbecue. That's a new one. Oh, he's
leftovers are
wearing a
one of the
Chef
best.
Johnny shirt.
Oh, Crack Barrel. I know who that is too.
Who's that?
I know that character. He lives in Iowa.
Iowa, huh?
He's a big, tall guy.
We got Mr. Rush Jones.
Hey, Russ.
Hey,
Hey,
Rush.
what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear you.
can hear you
We hear
fine.
you doing good.
All right, good deal.
So, how was your Thanksgiving, Russ?
It's all right. Nothing special.
No,
We did some cooking and hung out with family. Typical Thanksgiving.
I'm sure you probably got over turkey and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to smoke another turkey yesterday morning for my son. He bought the turkey. He was going to deep fry it. Then he got to the store. I got that 60-quart pot. I said, "You're gonna
Yeah.
need 8 gallons." He, God, man, it's just $40 for 3 gallons. I said, "Yeah, you're gonna spend about $120. Why don't you just buy the
Jeez.
turkey, bring it by here, and I'll smoke it Thursday morning?"
Yeah.
That's
Save some money.
nice,
That's
huh?
ridiculous. Yeah,
That's kind of one of those deep fryers. If you're gonna cook a bunch of them, that's when you need it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Let's see. We got Everett Barbecue. Oh, is that Kent?
Well,
Oh, okay. So that's Kent then, right, Charlie?
you are correct, sir.
Well, I only picked that up
Oh,
because of Everett Barbecue. So
that is Ken.
Mr. Joe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Thanks. Like Thanksgiving to me, I can't tell whether I love the turkey because like I don't make it that often, but the sides are the thing, and like it's half the time the side. Like for half the meals I make, like the sides are the thing that make it.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving, holy mackerel, the sides are good.
I think Melissa and I we were talking because I mean I did a turkey video and we did another turkey for down the road and we were both thinking I think steaks would have just been best because it's like all the sides we had would have still paired perfectly with ribeyes or something
Yeah,
like that. So
Yeah, true,
prime
true.
rib maybe or
oh
something
yeah,
like that.
it's funny. Like a lot of her family doesn't like prime rib, but I don't know, maybe just because it's the way it's cooked or how
Yeah.
undercooked it is. But I love a good prime rib with
Oh man, me
good
too.
horseradish. So
Yeah, I mean
Heck yeah.
you gotta have horseradish with it.
Yeah.
so Russ, if you're gonna go to a Thanksgiving, what's one side that has to be there for you?
I do like dressing, like with
Yes.
gravy. I
Uh huh.
love
Yeah,
that. And really, everybody I know years past has made like a sweet potato casserole. My wife made a really good one for yesterday with the brown sugar and the pecans, and really good. I like that. And now I haven't had a pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie or a pecan pie this year, so
Oh man.
maybe at Christmas. But I like those for desserts. But I'd say for this time of year, because it's only once a year I eat it, is dressing with a good gravy. I love a good oyster dressing. That's
Yeah,
my
that's what
favorite.
Joe
nice.
just said too.
Yeah,
So
that's a must-have. Good dressing.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, we got a pan we brought back from their house that hadn't even been cooked yet. It's in the refrigerator. All we got to do is put it in the oven, cook it.
nice.
So maybe have
So
that tomorrow.
so Russ, is it true you're a
totally.
full time YouTuber now?
Yeah, yeah. I'm no longer employed with my full-time employer. I've got to talk to benefits on December the 1st, and I request a retirement package.
Nice.
It.
Yeah,
So
very
yeah,
cool.
Well,
yeah,
congratulations, Russ.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's time, man. There's such a shakeup out there. As most of you know, I work at a shipyard, Navy
Yeah.
yeah,
shipyard, which is very industrial and commercial, mainly industrial. And I've been in a pipe shop, and that's not a problem. I got my own little weld out booth, and I was a foreman for like 9 years, and I gave my hat back last April, so I went back to welding, and right
Yeah.
there in the shop. But they can't get material in there because of this supply chain, and they started shipping people out, and they go by seniority. I've only been back 12 and a half years, so it didn't take much to get me out of there back onto a ship. And I tried it for 2 weeks. I said, "That's it. I'm done. It's time."
Now, now y'all have
yeah.
do y'all follow under kind of like because y'all work for the government, right?
was government contracts.
So do y'all have to kind of follow like government guidelines when it comes to certain things? If
Like the COVID shot,
yeah,
they made it mandatory in the shipyard and gave everybody to whatever that first date was, December to whatever. And then they, of course, Biden or whoever moved it up to January the 4th, I think. And then they came out like 2 weeks ago, says, no, it ain't got to be mandatory no more. And why, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't think he ever signed it. I don't know what the deal was, but it's no longer mandatory. And man, there's going to be some lawsuits because there's a lot of people that got that against their own will. My youngest son
Right.
is one of them. Actually, he had 2 shots, got sick with both of them. And plus, there's people that already quit their job because they refused to take it.
right.
And so they are to hire these people back, no question, and put their seniority right back where it was.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that's the only reason they left, But
Right.
yeah, we did fall under that because it's a Navy contract or government contract,
Got you. What about you, Charlie? What's a must-have side for you?
I mean, I'm with Russ. Dressing with gravy, like hands down, that is my tops.
Right.
I remember it was a couple of years ago. I went to go somebody had put the gravy up in a mason jar. I went to go in the refrigerator to go make me a turkey sandwich kind of in the middle of the night. Open the refrigerator. Mason jar fell straight out of the refrigerator, crashed down on the ground. Like I almost burst out in tears.
Oh man.
I was devastated. I was thinking all right, how can I clean the glass out of that? I was like, oh, there's no way.
Right.
But yeah, good dressing with gravy is a massive must.
Oh yeah. So
Gotta have that gravy.
We got Lep in the house. We got STD Square Table Degenerates podcast in the house. Welcome to the show, guys. So, man, I would say something that is a must for me is I'm gonna have to say dressing. I love my grandma's giblet dressing that she makes. She always does a cornbread one, so that by far has to be my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I can skip dessert. I don't mind. I'm already full at that point, but I can skip dessert. I don't mind just some ice cream or something.
Hisham says, I'm just wondering how many times you eat turkey in a year. I'll probably only cook it maybe twice a year, and that's around the holidays.
Yeah, not many. I mean, the advantage of the holidays is you'll get cheap prices on stuff. So what I usually end up doing is buying 2 turkeys around Thanksgiving and 2 around Christmas and a couple of hams too, around that time because it's a heck of a lot cheaper. It's the same thing like St. Patrick's Day. I buy a couple of corned beefs and stuff.
I tell you what, I had to shoot a video for SNS Girls, a turkey breast, and this was, I think I shot the video at the beginning of October or something like that, and I was at work then, and I had texted my wife to say she'd go to the store to buy a bone-in turkey breast, and she says there are no turkey breasts, bone-in, boneless, there's no whole turkeys, and then she went to all the stores. And so we don't really have turkey a lot. I don't guess down here in the off seasons, it's just they probably don't sell them, so they don't stock them,
Yeah. I mean, when when it comes this time, it's crazy. They end up taking up, big, huge sections of the, where the frozen, I don't know, in the middle of the aisle where where they've got those deep freezers or whatever that just kind of hang out there. They're just stocked full of hams and turkeys, but otherwise the rest of the year, man, you don't see it that much.
No, that is so true.
Yeah.
But I ended up ordering a turkey and a turkey breast online to get me what I needed, and that was the whole turkey was one I did a video on here a while back using the pellet grill. and then the turkey breast, of course, went for their video. But,
Nice.
Yeah, I had to order that.
I mean, it's like another. Here's another weird question. Like, what do they do with the giblets? Like, because there are some turkeys that don't come with giblets, and then you got, I mean, the entire rest of the year, people are raising turkeys, but normally you don't see turkey giblets, gizzards, and hearts and livers and stuff in the store. What happens to them?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like you can buy chicken livers in a tub, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or gizzards, you know?
Yeah.
So what kind of let's see, what was it? Joe asked Russ or Charlie, we could either one of you guys, what's your go-to for stuffing? Are y'all have a preference on how you like to make y'all stuffing or dressing? What depends on what you guys
a cornbread dressing or stuffing, you know, we call it both. But I don't know what all goes in it. It's been a long time since I personally made one. But just your typical, what is it, celery, onion. I don't know. I don't remember what all goes in it right now. But like I said, I do like the addition of oysters. That's my favorite. But we didn't do it this year.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's got to be cornbread, you know.
Yeah, oyster for sure. And like, I'll tell you, man, my leek wild mushroom stuffing is like it's a ginormous hit. Even for people who are like stuffing, and that's like just mushy stuff.
Yeah, that actually
not mine, man. Mine
that
is
sounds really good, Charlie.
Heck yeah.
My grandma, she'll put boiled eggs in her stuffing or her dressing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had stuffing like that before. It's pretty good. Not bad.
And my wife made deviled eggs for yesterday too.
Yeah, those are good.
That's a good snack to have for.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they good.
Yeah.
I don't know what all we had. I just ate what I wanted, and that was. I know there was a big thing of chicken and dumplings in there. I didn't get none of those. My wife made the hot, fresh yeast rolls. Plus, they had these Hawaiian rolls, plus the heat and serve, which I absolutely love. Ate them above her yeast rolls. You know, I love them things. What is it? Brown and serve? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I've been to a few Filipino Thanksgivings too, and they'll bring all sorts of stuff. You got the entire pork, and then you got lechon, which is like the crispy skin, and then you got like a whole bunch of side dishes, pancit, tortilla, and all that stuff. It's pretty.
Have you ever
plus the traditional, turkey and
right, yeah.
Have you ever deep fried deviled eggs, Russ?
Fried deviled eggs?
Yeah, Lep said he made some deep fried deviled eggs.
Wow, never even heard of it.
Yeah,
I haven't done that either.
Huh.
That sounds amazing, Lep.
No, I like fried eggs for breakfast, like you fry them bacon grease and leave them a little bit runny. I'm all on that, man. I love it. But that probably isn't nothing like what he's talking about. I guess he takes
I've never heard of
panko crumbs or something and fry. I don't know. I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, maybe a panko or kind of like maybe a beer batter or not too sure.
Something like that.
You can't go too far wrong frying anything.
That's true. That's
true. It's like, is it good? Yeah, cool. Is it good fried? Yeah, it's real good fried too.
Yeah.
My Aunt Betty used to make a killer oyster dressing. Oh yeah. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, you just wing it. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I had the problem on my videos where I ended up having to like figure out what measurements were for stuff, because I'm just like I eyeball stuff, and I know what I'm doing, but I like people would be like how much do you use that stuff, and I'm like I don't know, and then I had to like backward guess that looks like about a tablespoon, that looks like about a half cup, that looks like about a cup.
I mean, I'm the same way, Charlie. Like my grandma taught me how to cook, and so it was like. My grandma never used measurements. It was just kind of like, we'll dump some of this, we'll dump some of that. And Like
Yeah.
in Russ's video he did with his po' boy, he goes, I don't know how much I'm putting in, but I'm doing what my grandma did. Just
Yeah, I'm going by looks. I was just making basically a brown gravy to put on the po' boy, and I know when that roux is ready, or I know when it's got enough flour, and
yeah.
that's all I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy thing is some people follow recipes to a T.
Hey, can
Yeah.
someone
And I'm thinking, like, for me, it's like I'll see a
take
couple
care
of
of it.
recipes, and it's like all right, I like garlic a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And I like heat
Right.
a lot more than that. I like,
Wait,
so
Charlie,
you
hold on a
dial
second.
things around.
Charlie,
What?
I need someone to take care of a comment to get rid of it.
Let's see. Hold on. I need to jump on my phone, dude, because I don't have.
That's what I need to do right quick.
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard. It's not giving me the ability. Maybe I ought to open up YouTube too.
Yeah, hold on a second there.
Yeah, big Mike from Big Cat took care of it, so
Okay, good.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll hang out in there too as well, just in case. Yeah, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna get back off YouTube so it don't slow my feed down. Having two windows open.
Yeah, guys, I do apologize about that.
You have no control over them.
No, I know.
Yeah, it happens.
No need for it.
I still remember it. Like, my favorite one though is you. Like my favorite troll. Like the favorite one I ever saw was on your channel, and I think Russ was there too.
Which time, Charlie?
You remember that one? That was that was probably a year ago or something like that. Maybe even longer. It was I don't know what it was. It was a lady, maybe a bot or something. She was just going haywire.
Oh yeah. Talking all sexual and stuff.
I was dying laughing.
Jeez.
You were embarrassed. Your face was turning red.
Appreciate it, Bobby. So what's a go-to pie for you, Charlie? What
go-to pie, man? Like I like a good fruit pie. So I like a good cherry pie or blueberry pie, and like with a scoop of vanilla ice cream and then a coffee.
What about you, Russ?
Pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much said it earlier. I like pumpkin or sweet potato pie or pecan pie a lot. And I mean, I'll eat any kind of pie. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I like lemon pie and all, but for this time of the year, it would have to be. I think I like sweet potato pie a little bit more than I do pumpkin, but I'll eat either one. They taste about the same,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
I've only had
pecan pie is probably my favorite.
I've only had a sweet potato pie twice, and first time I made one, and then second time Melissa made another one, and
yeah,
I'll tell you what, it turned out pretty dang good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
but I mean, I'm sorry, I was going to say there was a neighbor just brought us an apple pie. I like apple pie too. I mean, there's not much pie I'll turn down.
It's hard to beat a good apple pie. I will say that.
Absolutely.
True. I got an apple tree that's just like dropping apples nonstop. I should probably make a pie out of it. It's been a while since I've made a pie. I will say though, the other thing is like a mud pie. It's like an ice cream pie with like coffee ice cream with an Oreo cookie crust and fudge dripped on top with some pecans.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Man,
I will say, my grandma makes a really good rum cake.
Oh, that sounds good. Oh, now that you're saying that, like a really good. It reminds me, I was in New Orleans here a couple of years ago at JB Spring Fling. And Chef Tony Matasso was there. I don't know if y'all ever seen him on that. What's the name of that? Shopper's Choice over in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But he did a lot of videos for them. But he made a bread pudding with like white chocolate and nut or pecans. Yeah. Man, it was good. And with like either whiskey or rum sauce. That stuff was just killer. Man, it was good. Yeah, but I love that too.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What is up, Kent?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
We're
Doing
doing
good.
good.
What's
and
up?
you?
You done cooking turkeys finally?
Finally. No, actually, Charlie, I have one outside in a brine. I'll be injecting that in the morning with Tony Satri's Creole butter, and I'm throwing that on the drum tomorrow. I'll debone it and take it and reheat it at my mother-in-law's on Sunday for my in-laws for the big Thanksgiving. This will be the first time out of, well, tomorrow will be 75 turkeys, but it'll be the first time I eat turkeys on Sunday. So,
Oh wow. So do you wanna kind of fill us in about how your Thanksgiving was? I know you were at the church and you. How many turkeys did you cook?
um, well, we had 2 turkeys come in pre-cooked. I cooked the rest. So, 72 birds I cooked. We fed over 700 people yesterday.
Nice.
We have delivery. We have to-go boxes, and then people dining in at the church. It was quite the ordeal. 2
Right.
news crews showed up, so that's when I left.
Ah, come on. You didn't hand
Well-
up for the camera?
Saturday night, one of the other members and I had to go to Sioux City to do one. And my co-chair, Tessa is her name, she said, well, if you do it Saturday night, I'll handle anything that comes in on Thursday. So I was like, you got a deal. 2 of them showed up Thursday. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Heck yeah.
But no, it's pretty simple meal. Turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, corn, 20 different kinds of pies and desserts, dinner rolls, just pretty no frills meal for anybody who needed a meal, really.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah,
That's
me
awesome.
too.
I know my brother up in Colorado. He was with his uncles have a Christian motorcycle group, and they do a homeless outreach. And they went around Colorado and up there by you, Charlie. Kind of, they're in up there in Boulder. No, not Boulder. What's that college town not far from you, Charlie?
Fort Collins?
Yes, they're up in Fort Collins.
Hey.
And they were up there, and they went and they did a bunch for the homeless people up there. So
That's cool.
we
That's
got
awesome.
Jay's Brappin' Barbecue in here.
So I do want to say congratulations to Russ on his retirement.
Appreciate it.
That's awesome, man. That's real
Yeah.
cool.
It's time, man. It's time. I'll be 63 in about 7 days.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
about 6 or 7
wow.
days. So
nice.
it's time.
Well, at least you still remember your age. I get to the
Yeah.
point where I'm like, how old am I again?
Well, Charlie,
I have those moments.
nobody's here to fact check Russ on his age either.
Well, that's true.
We really got to take his word for it, is what I'm saying.
Well, I was, if it helps, I was born December the 2nd, 1958. Y'all can do the math.
Well, then I'm 11 years behind you in a
Okay.
handful of days.
And
There you go.
Kent is a couple of months behind me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mine's
He's what,
mine's
3 months
December.
behind me.
Mine's
So y'all-
December 22nd.
What,
So
January of 69? Is that right? That's
I'm September. He's December.
oh,
I'm
December,
really
okay.
close to January, Russ. I'm December 30. I was around for a day and a half, and my
Yeah, you're
parents
right.
got the tax
not
deduction for the whole year.
1969, though, right?
Yes, sir.
I was fact checking my math.
Yeah. And when you got young kid Jared over here
hey,
squawking about his birthday.
December 22nd. All right, 1983.
Well, at least
Oh,
you didn't
Jesus. I was a freshman in high school when you were born. Russ, don't say anything, Russ.
Yep, I was too, Kent.
Russ is 1 year and 7 days older than my mom.
Wow. That
She
makes
was
me
born in
feel old.
59, December 9th.
Yeah, my oldest son is 40, and my one under him is like 38. So, they're middle-aged men now, pretty much.
Right?
So I don't
Chuck
look at
says
them like that. To me, they're
Chuck
still
says
kids.
he's got you by a year.
Yeah.
Patford Homestead.
It goes by in a hurry, I'll tell you that.
We got Papa Texas in the house.
Yeah.
Papa, Texas.
Papa.
Texas.
Hey, Jared, are you going to make the rodeo in February?
I think it just kind of depends on.
Okay, Jared, that was a statement, not a question. Jared, you're going to make the rodeo in February.
It depends if you're paying for my hotel room.
It's all expenses paid by Kent.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then if Kent's paying for it, then by all means, I'm coming.
I'll have to see if there's any money left in the budget from the old hot seat account.
Anyways, Kent, I've asked Charlie and I've asked Russ this. What is one dish that has to be at a Thanksgiving?
With my family, liquor.
Huh.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Hey, you got to remember, we put the fun in dysfunctional. I'm just going to leave it at
Hey,
that.
man. Good point.
So, no, it's seriously, I'm on the dressing side.
Yeah.
I'm not big into the stuffing. I don't like it when it comes out of the bird. Give me the dressing, on the side. That's great.
Yeah. I like it.
The only Thanksgiving I worked at the church for 9 hours yesterday.
Right.
Sunday we have my wife's side, which honestly is the only family I have around here. My folks live in Florida. My sister's 8 hours away in northern Minnesota. Stepbrother over in eastern Iowa. Hell, he's closer to Chicago than he is me.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday will be my Thanksgiving. And you know how everybody says my mother-in-law drives me to drink? Well, mine buys the beer.
Hey.
I have the world's best mother-in-law.
No,
Honestly.
there you go.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
She is a peach.
No.
We've taken her twice with us to Orlando for vacation.
Are you sure she just doesn't do it to put up with you?
Well, you never know.
Whatever works, man.
Sunday, I'll be over there at 8 in the morning because she's going to try cook a spiral ham. It's pre-cooked. And she's going to put it in at 350 for 20 minutes a pound. And by the time I get there at 8 o'clock, I'll pull it off and shove it in my Cambro and let it hang out till noon because it's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's old school. She's 80 years old. I love her to death. But, she hasn't kept up with the times. Let's put it that way. But she's got a heart of gold, and I wouldn't trade her for anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, my youngest son, he did a whole ham yesterday with a maple bourbon glaze on it. That was pretty good. He smoked it.
Yeah, that's a good combination, maple and bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Is that on your channel, Russ?
No, it's just something that we had yesterday for Thanksgiving.
Well, I knew he did a couple of videos on your channel doing the outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, this is a different son. I'm talking about my youngest son.
Oh, youngest. Okay.
Yeah, we went to his place yesterday. Hadn't really done much with him, and he invited us, and he wanted me to deep fry him a turkey, but I ended up smoking him a turkey. So he paid for it.
I heard you mention that. Joey, you are about to get timed out, you son of a. Let's see, 20 minutes a pound. Hold on. I'm not going to give away the exact answer.
You can't mat that high.
Yeah. Why do you think I pulled out my phone? I need the damn calculator.
Now Ken's having to use his toes and everything.
20 minutes a pound.
So
that'd be 101 hours and
101 hours?
40 minutes. 101 hours and 40 minutes at
101 hours.
at 20 minutes a pound. You do the math.
you know how drunk we could literally get drunk, sober up, get drunk again, sober up, and get drunk again before you'd even be done cooking.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's 4.5 days.
Yeah.
You're talking some serious time there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of this collagen takes time to break down. I'm just going to say that.
Like, all right, so if it was me, you guys would have dinner in like half an hour.
You want to do hot and fast, that's fine. You can eat a tough Dutchman. This is Wagyu. This is Wagyu Dutch right here, boys.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm like, this is toothpick.
Wagyu Dutch.
This is toothpick pickles over here. So
It's
like
pickled.
that, man.
It's pickled.
Pickled toothpick pickles.
Yeah, from the inside out.
That's right.
Exactly. I'm getting a start for you guys, just in case.
Oh crap! I got my buddy that runs a campground texting me. Hey, can I use your generator?
That says, would you have to spatchcock Kent?
You're gonna need more than a kitchen shear. Better get out a chainsaw.
We're gonna put you on a spigot like a hog and stick a pineapple in your mouth.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way with the pineapple, but all right, cool.
Well, I'm trying to keep it PG, Charlie.
Hey, okay. If I could show you guys this picture, it is hilarious. One of the guys did I was reading Joe's comment and I almost said Wagyu turkey. Did a spatchcock turkey on his pellet cooker. So imagine it's laying there like that, okay? And the neck is pointing, or the neck opening is pointing away from you. So the legs are coming back at you, right? He takes the turkey neck, puts it in between the legs. Yeah. I was like, oh, nice placement. And he put it on Facebook. And his mom chewed his ass. I thought it was hilarious. The picture was perfect.
I was in Rouse's supermarket about a week ago, and I'm sitting there looking at all their produce, and they had a 6-legged turkey laying there. And I'm like, I had to stop. I told my wife, I said, come here, look at this. She goes, that's a turducken. I said, no, it's not. It's not a turducken. It's a 6-legged turkey. Anyway, I Googled it when I got home, and who was that coach? It's
John Madden.
Yeah,
John Madden.
Yeah, because there wasn't enough turkey legs for everybody, so they bought extra turkey legs and just kind of stuffed them in there, when they baked it.
Yeah,
and it looked funny as heck,
What that came from is when Pat Summerall and John Madden used to, back in the day, do the I think it used to be the Cowboys Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
It was they called it the Golden Gobbler.
Golden Gobbler. No, Golden Gobbler was Phil Simms. That was CBS.
They actually called this one a 6-legged turkey. What I Googled with the
right,
John
but
Madden.
I mean,
they had it one year for Emmett Smith and the 5 linemen. That's how the 6-legged turkey came about, because everybody gets the turkey leg.
Right, that's right.
And that's how it came about. So it's John Madden and Pat Summerall.
Yeah.
You
So I read up on
that,
it.
Russ.
It was strange looking. What'd you say, Jerry?
You should have bought it and did a video.
Well, I had already done my turkey video, and my son already bought this one, And well, I say he did. Actually, he didn't. But I just thought, I said maybe next year. It'd be hard to
Exactly.
deep fry because them legs will probably fall out.
Right.
You know what? But if you spatchcocked that bird and had
Yeah.
3 legs on each side, starting right behind the wings, and says, "Hey, folks, we got us a special bird this year, and this goes back to the football days 25 years ago." Blah blah. Just pour it on thick and keep it going. Why not?
Right.
Have a little fun with it.
No, Russ could say I picked this bird up from Russia from a supermarket in Chernobyl.
I raised this deformed turkey, and here he is.
Right.
It's my double Siamese turkey.
Yeah, there you go.
So, you got any videos gonna be releasing soon, Russ? Or
Well, I just released that one today. I'm gonna keep them rolling. Yeah, I got a few things. I need to do something probably for Christmas. So I've already got a few ideas for like New Year's and that or Super Bowl, one or the other. But we're gonna keep them coming.
Nice.
But I'm not really sure what my next one will be yet. I'm still thinking. Wheels are turning.
Like a Christmas duck or something.
Yeah, I really didn't want to do a roast beef po' boy at this time of the year, but I'm thinking to get traction at some point because everything is kind of seasonal,
Right.
November, December.
And
But I got all this stuff from the oyster bed company, and they just come out with this Piro, and I said, well, it helped them out for Christmas and things like that. And I do love that Paran seasoning they got.
I will say that Piro little boat you got, that thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
That
really cool.
thing's-
Yeah.
That thing was badass when I saw it in your video. I'm like, did he just say P-Rogue? And I looked down and I'm like, oh, damn. I was like, that is cool.
Yeah, I've got both types of oyster beds they make, plus some little, they call it the Trinity. It's like an oyster bed, but it's small. I've got about 6 of those. It'll hold like 3. It's like for individual servings or whatever, but you can do other things other than oysters. You can do appetizers in them. That's what's so cool about them. You can serve out of them, but you can cook on them or whatever, Then I've got a couple of those steak beds. I showed it in the video, stuff I've done.
Yeah.
I haven't showed the Trinity oyster bed yet. I've got to do something with that. There's 6 of them, so at some point.
the other question is, what do people do for Thanksgiving leftovers?
Leftovers?
Yeah, because there's a million ways you can use them.
Yeah, we had banana pudding, and that's gone now. I finished that off earlier, and it's just me and my wife. We just kind of. She's at work right now, so I get hungry. I might go in there and get some of that sweet potato casserole, and I don't know. But a lot of people take I don't have no leftover turkey because my son bought it. I left it with him. But you do all sorts of things with leftover turkey. All sorts of things. Turkey gumbo, just whatever.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I heard of one of the guys talking today that will take all the leftover dressing or stuffing, and they'll crack, depending how much they got, anywhere from 2 to 6 eggs, they'll crack in it, chop up all the leftover turkey, and then make a hash out of it.
I was going to say, that sounds
And
like
then-
a hash.
And then cook a couple eggs, however you like them, over easy, scrambled,
Yeah.
sunny side up, whatever. Cook up, a hash with that, and they also use the gravy to re-moisten the stuffing.
Right.
And
That sounds good.
I was like, you know what? That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
That sounds really good. Otherwise, I've heard people doing egg rolls with take some of the leftover turkeys, take some of the leftover stuffing or mashed potatoes or whatnot. You throw it into that egg roll, fry it up. So you got Thanksgiving in an egg roll. Personally, I love like a turkey noodle soup or turkey chili. Or,
Turkey pot pie.
Yeah, or turkey pot pie.
Turkey pot pie. Good one.
Exactly what I'm gonna make.
That's the best part of leftover turkey. Whatever chicken dish you have, just substitute the turkey. You're good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, a smoked turkey does really good. I love the flavor of it, and that's like a turkey salad, like a chicken salad for
Oh,
sandwiches.
yes.
And that's
You're
smoke.
spot
That
on.
has smoke in there. Oh, I love it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so Russ, how did you like that Tipsy Tom brine that you for your turkey?
I liked it. It was good. It was flavorful.
That's what we brined ours in, but
Okay.
instead of 2 beers, I put a whole 6-pack in there. And
Okay.
I'll tell you what, that brine was really good.
Yeah, I liked it. My son had already used it, you know, but so he already knew what to expect from. But I tell you what, that one I did on that Long Star, that was a juicy bird. I don't know if you've seen it, but when I poked it with that instant read and pulled it out, I mean, it just shot water out. Like, holy crap!
I mean, hell, if you're gonna call it Tipsy Tom, you better have more than just 2 beers in it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Well, the funny part,
you know, but
the funny part was when Jared was draining that beer or that bird, he was drinking all the beer right out of the cavity.
Hey,
that's the behind the scenes footage, anyway.
You're not supposed to tell anybody.
Hey man, I mean that's how they used to store wine and stuff. They used to store it in animal skins, so like makes sense to me. Store your beer in a raw turkey.
Dude, Tom's doing a turkey noodle casserole tomorrow.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Turkey tetrazzini.
There you go, Charlie.
Yeah,
I hate to admit this, Charlie, but you and I were on the same wavelength.
It's good. It's good stuff, man.
I was telling Charlie that tonight for dinner I pulled out part of my brisket I did on my gator pit, and I made some smoked chili, and I tell you what, this is probably one of my best chilies I've done, and probably the longest time. I took some of the PS seasoning and I put some of that primetime beef in there, put that out there on the smoker, smoked it for 2 hours, and then made my chili, and then, man, I tell you what, it was freaking killer.
Sounds dang good. Do you guys do white chili at all? Like I like white chili a lot, and I don't see a whole heck of a lot of people making it.
Charlie, what do you mean by white chili?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever had it.
I've never had it either.
We just had a huge debate up here. One of my good friends, who's also one of my biggest competitors up here when it comes to barbecue, his daughter put out, "Oh, look at this! I made some white chicken chili."
Mm-hmm.
And she posted it, and within 3 seconds, her dad and I both posted the same thing. That is not chili. That's chicken soup with beans.
Give me a break.
Okay. And around these parts in the Midwest, chili has beans because it makes it stretch farther.
Oh,
okay?
I get hammered anytime I do a chili video from people in Texas. That ain't chili. I don't know what it is. One guy called it a bean soup.
Hey,
I'm like, there's more people eats it with beans than without. I promise you that.
Very true.
I usually say on there that this is not a Texas chili. I know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Don't educate me.
You don't even have to say that. You say this is not hot dog sauce, people. This is an actual real chili that you can fill yourself up with.
Right. And really, what they always getting on to me about the beans, but a real Texas chili don't have tomatoes in it either, or tomato paste or anything. It's chili. It's derived from the chilies. Look it up.
It is meat sauce with rehydrated chilies, pretty much is the way
That's basically
was
what it is. A bowl of bread.
some hack by the name of Chef Johnny explained it to me.
Trust me, I got crap from Chef Johnny when I posted my chili video, and Chef Johnny, you don't put beans in it. Well, I never said it was a Texas chili, now did I?
Yeah.
So
there you go. Look at Johnny. Look at Johnny down there.
I've got a ton of relatives around the Houston, Texas area, and they all put chili in their beans in their chili.
Yeah,
and
that's how I grew up.
Beans,
beans.
Chili, man. I mean that's how you fill your stomach.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know what? I look at chili as a regional thing, and when when was it? About 2 years ago, Johnny Maggs had me on, and they were trying to corner me. Is it beans or no beans? And I said, well, it's regional.
Yeah.
Texas is predominantly, and New Mexico, blah blah blah. It's predominantly no beans. It's chili con carne, which is chilies and meat.
Right.
You get in the upper Midwest, it's got, dark or light red kidney beans in it. It's got chili beans,
Yeah.
It is very regional. And, talk earlier. This is how grandma did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. That's what I was raised eating. That's
my dear grandma passed away 12 years ago at the age of 98. And I still have some of her handwritten recipe cards that my kids to this day cannot read. You know why?
I don't know.
They're all in cursive.
I like my grandmother.
Kids today aren't taught cursive anymore.
Yeah, kids do not learn cursive.
So, it's like, Dad, what does this say? I said, okay, I'll translate.
That's hilarious. It's totally true. It's like a secret code now.
If we ever want to escape today's kids growing up, all we got to do is get in a manual transmission car and write notes in cursive. They're never going to know where we're at or how to catch us.
Plug in your 8-track tapes and you're set to go.
Pray to God it doesn't, skip where you got to fast forward.
Man, I don't know. I mean, to me, like the whole beans, no beans thing comes down to that whole argument of, whatever you're making isn't authentic. All right.
Yeah.
So, you can take about any dish that you make. It doesn't matter what it is. Everyone's got their well, that's not the authentic way to do it. And all right, what to you is authentic, essentially? It's the way you grew up on it, the way you and every person is different, and everyone's got their own idea of their own authentic. And then what does that even mean? So what does that mean? Now, you've hit this recipe, it's going to stop right here, and it will never change from that point on for the history of time. So we'll never have new recipes.
Right. The way
authentic means one thing and one thing only. The first person ever to cook that dish, that is the authentic recipe. After that, it's all variations.
The way I look at it too, it's a recipe is just a guideline for
it
you
is.
to make.
I was going to say that earlier.
To make it your own.
Yeah. It's really just it's just a guideline that's meant to be played with to your own liking.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
It's mainly ingredients, that can be altered.
If I don't know something, I'll look at about 3-4 different recipes, get their general gist of it, and just kind of wing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what's your point here? What are you trying to convey? I'm like, all right, cool, got it.
Right. It's kind of like when you do something like a steak or prime rib, and you're cooking it to your preference. Then you got these people, oh, it's raw, or oh, it's cooked too much for my liking. I'm like, well, cook it the way you like it,
Exactly. And I had one of the guys say from the church, I bumped into him at the store today, and he's like, "Well, he goes, I can't wait till we get our house built. I want to get my cooker back out and start doing barbecue." And he's like, "Well, I'm not a barbecue pro like you." And I just laughed at him. I said, "Darren, as long as your wife and your kids enjoy your barbecue," I said, "what else matters?"
This is true.
Exactly.
I said, you're cooking for your wife, your kids, your grandkids. If they're all happy and they got barbecue sauce, the grandkids all over their face, and they're going to town on it, I said, "Isn't that enough?" He goes, "Yep. I'm just an idiot who serves it to 6 people who don't know me and want to, pick it apart."
Yeah.
Oh, you're always gonna have them, man. There ain't no way around it. It don't matter what you do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna answer Papa Texas. Isn't chili with beans a soup? No. But cereal is technically a stew, so deal with that.
Oh God, not this again.
I make my chili thick, so it definitely is not a soup. It'll stand up on a cracker and never leak off. You know what I'm saying? I like it thick.
Cornbread with your chili or crackers?
I have, but I like saltine crackers too.
That's
hot
how it
sauce.
was. Like I
With
was
chili
always
and sour cream sometimes.
I love saltine crackers in my chili.
Yeah, shouldn't stop it.
Fritos in my chili.
Oh, that's a good one. I love doing that.
Frito scoops. But
Frito chili.
The other thing, the old classic is, tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Oh, yes.
We will make the grilled cheese with a pepper jack and dip that in our chili.
Yeah.
I also like in my soup, in my tomato soup, I'll put cheese and then I'll put some like the cheese at crackers in there.
Yeah.
Dollop of sour cream.
You think about canned chili in the store, just about all you can chili's got beans, unless you're buying a hot dog chili.
Right.
And I've seen some of them with beans, but
oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, now since we solved the beans versus no beans, let's get into the hardcore topics that are nobody debates, like fat side up, fat side down.
I cook
we can go on for that for 3 hours too.
I
you
cook
can
my
rotisserie and you got both. No, I'm just joking.
Or the whole like.
Yes, that is the perfect answer.
See, and then you got
Do
like.
it on a rotisserie. There's no debate.
Right.
I cook mine fat cap down because that's where my heat source comes from on my gator pit.
Plus,
Correct.
If you're looking for that really good bark on your bare side, that's also the side you want a good smoke ring.
Yep.
And so I go. No, I didn't used to. When I started this channel, I was pretty much a believer in fat cap up, thinking it really basted that meat. And then over time I realized that as far as the way the inside of the meat is really not much difference.
Right.
But that fat does protect the meat.
True.
And you get a better smoke ring by going fat side down,
Yeah.
See, we had this debate one night, and I think Chef Johnny explained it the best. And he took the scientific approach to it because, you had all these guys years ago saying, yeah, I always smoke my brisket fat cap up because when that fat renders, it's going to moisten and flavor the meat.
Right.
And Chef Johnny said, technically that's not going to happen because fat solubles are bigger than the meat pores.
Right.
So therefore, it's
They're
running
run
off.
Yeah.
It's not actually absorbing into the meat. The only fat moisturizing that meat is the intermuscular fat, not the fat cap itself.
Exactly right.
And I was like, Well, if that's true, that makes a lot of damn sense. So,
Yeah.
I started looking it up, and it's like, yeah, the fat solubles are bigger than meat pores. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
Well,
that falls
sometimes
like
knows what he's talking about.
that falls in the same
Sometimes.
category as
That's
that falls
even
in the
like
same
a
category as like a brines. Like the only thing that's gonna essentially soak through and like do anything is the salt.
Yeah,
And then
that's
and then that also falls into like same myth busting category as a beer can chicken. Man,
Yeah.
if your beer is steaming inside your chicken, you got some serious issues.
Now I
Well,
found a way to do a. I found a good way to do a beer can chicken. Get rid of the can, get you a pan, pour your beer in there, spatchcock it, let all that steam
There
right
you go.
into it. And I've done that, man. You talk about
Yeah.
a juicy
Yeah,
bird.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
Uh-oh.
so here's a question. So
damn it, Jeff.
tallow or no tallow? The way I see it is if one you first start off with a high quality cut of beef, prime or higher. I really feel like you don't need to put tallow or anything
it
on.
kind of gets back to that fat cap we were just talking about.
Yeah,
You know, it's not going to really penetrate the meat. You're
True.
relying on the intramuscular fat to make any meat moist,
Yeah.
you know,
True.
and juicy. And even SCA steak competitions, they'll trim them things. They'll trim all the fat off, you know. Which oh, what are you doing? Don't trim that fat off. Well, they don't need it. It's all them little specks of marbling in
Yeah.
there. That's what's going to tenderize that steak.
exactly.
I
Well,
mean, like if you got tallow, make French fries with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Or hamburgers.
Use it.
I tell you what, a fried hamburger, you know,
Yeah.
like in thick tallow in a skillet, that'd be one of the best burgers you've ever eaten. Man, it's good.
That sounds awesome.
Have you
Yeah,
done one like that?
Yeah, I've
And
got
it'll keep your cardiologist employed for another 10 years.
yeah, I've got a video on my channel. What's it called? A Mississippi something. Yeah, what did I name that? Anyway, it's an older video, but yeah, I deep fried. And I say deep fried. I actually rendered my own tallow in that video. Then I poured in a skillet, probably about it was deeper than what the patties were thick. And I submerged them and let them fry, you know. And there's a famous place up in Memphis called Dyer's Hamburgers, Dyer's.
Yeah.
And they fry hamburger patties. They smash them real thin and they fry them in oil that has molecules dating back over 100 years. They never they filter their oil, but they never change it. They have to keep adding to it, of course, but also their meat's rendering into it. But when they moved, they had to have security guard them transporting all this oil. That's how much it means to them, you know, to make sure it got safely where they're headed. But look up Dyer's.
That's cool.
I think it's just called Dyer's, but
It's
they're
called-
in Memphis.
It's called Dyer's Burgers in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah,
DYER.
and there's been a few TV shows on that.
There's a place in Des Moines, Iowa that does the same thing, Russ.
Yeah,
Their oil, it's kind of like having a sourdough starter ball.
right.
And whatever you don't use, you put into the next batch. So it
The next
keeps
batch.
going and going and going. So that original part is always in there.
Exactly.
And, you know, some people just absolutely swear by it.
Mm-hmm. But if you watch them videos, they'll take their American cheese and they'll go through their oil like that and then put it on that patty. And it just starts melting instantly. Then they'll pull the patty. They do that right before it's ready to come out, you know. That's a greasy burger, but man, I bet it's delicious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a cardiologist's dream.
Yeah, exactly.
That cardiologist is probably an investor in that restaurant.
You know, they're beginning to talk about things change. You know, there was a big push on all these vegetable oils and things you buy in a supermarket years ago as being healthier, get away from animal fats and all that. But they're starting to, and you can see a lot of it online if you read about it. It isn't near as bad for you. It's not something you want to eat every meal, just like you don't want to eat red meat every meal either, but
Right.
a little bit here and there, your body gets rid of it, it digests it easier than what a lot of this stuff they proclaim to be good for you, you know. So there was my 2 cents.
So I was gonna say, right here, Russ, I posted your Mississippi Blues burger. I think you called it, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
So yeah,
Is
guys,
that it?
if y'all wanna go check that out, that's the video Russ was talking about after he deep fried it. So
Mississippi Blues, is that what I named it? Yeah, maybe so. But
think
yeah, I called Winn Dixie the beef people, they call themselves, and to see if they had any beef scraps, and they had a whole box. So I went up there and got that, come back, and I started rendering it, you know, just to make sure I had enough tallow. And but that was, I actually kind of wish I'd have done that video different. I put 2 of them patties on top of each other with cheese. That thing was just incredibly too tall. You know, I wish I'd only done 1 burger. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure that's
Jared,
it. Yeah.
yeah, the Mississippi
cool.
Blues burger.
Say, Jared, I
That's a
forgot
bad
about
burger.
something.
What?
Papa kind of reminded me, but I just wanted you guys to know I did clean my Crocs, just so you know.
Nice.
I thought you
I
said
I got yelled at because my Texas Crocs were dirty. Well, these are my cooking shoes, folks. They're going to get spilled on. So,
Papa Texas, lighter fluid or not?
yeah, for a campfire, use all the lighter fluid you want.
100%.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, supposedly the winningest man in barbecue ever used lighter fluid all the time. Myron
He
Mitchell.
did. He did.
So I suppose
actually-
if you let it burn off long enough, yeah,
That's
you're
what I was
fine.
getting ready to say. You can let it burn off, but I haven't used it in a long time. I actually used to love that smell when you start up a charcoal grill. Smell
Yes.
that lighter fluid, you knew something good was coming, you know.
Oh yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Right. So
Guilty.
You know, I'm a big believer that I wouldn't put anything in my pit that I wouldn't put in my mouth.
That's a good rule of thumb.
And you know, I didn't see him in here tonight yet, but Anthony from Tiger McCool sent me them little starter cups he has. They're made with shavings and a paraffin wax.
yeah.
Oh my God, do those work nice?
I use those tumbleweeds. So
I use it a
Same
lot.
principle. Same principle. You know,
it's
It's
got
just-
got like that paraffin wax on the outside, and
and well, here I'll show you one. But I won these from I believe Josh and Babe's giveaway, and
Oh,
he's
nice.
like, yeah. So they're the little 2-ounce cup.
Huh. Okay.
You hit them with a lighter, and they burn for like 30 minutes.
oh wow. Bishop says in
Yeah.
Egypt they get mango
Pretty
charcoal.
cool.
So
Those,
yeah, you know,
those wax cubes from Weber, they work pretty decent.
they do. They do.
And they also
Uh,
smell like lighter fluid, and
But I do
I
know
think they
a
use
very,
paraffin, but I'm not sure.
I do know a very serious competition cook who, when he lights his cookers, has 2 tumbleweeds in there, the Royal Oak tumbleweeds,
Okay.
and that's what he lights his cookers with.
I put
You know.
mine all kind of ways and also just stand there with a propane torch until I get a few fired off. You know, I've done it just whatever hits my fancy at that time, you know.
right.
And I'll tell you, like that looped thing seems to be going around like crazy now.
Yeah, I
Seems
got
like-
one of those. I ended up
Do
giving
you?
it to my son, and I actually use
Yeah.
it over there at his place a lot. It'll light charcoal up in a hurry, you know.
Yeah, for some reason, like they've been sending stuff out to like all sorts of YouTubers, Because
Yeah, I
I've
got
seen
one
like
about this time last year. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, I've seen about like 10 people with like looped
Yeah.
reviews.
That actually made an appearance about 9 years ago. I remember Greg with Ballistic Barbecue doing a video with one a long time ago. And this company reached out to me last year and says, "Hey, there was a video that you commented on that Greg from Ballistic Barbecue did, and you said that if they built a chimney where that slid into the side to where you didn't have to sit there and hold it, you just turn it on, walk away from it. I don't mean walk completely away, just you ain't got to sit there and hold it." He's, "I would buy it," is what I said. And they designed that. It's stainless steel. That's a really good chimney. It's got a little
Oh, that's
port on
cool.
the side. That thing stabs in. But the only problem is the switch is the type you got to hold. I said, "Well, that's no good." He said, "Yeah, there's a workaround. I showed it when I did my video. You put a penny in there and it holds it. But for safety reasons, he couldn't get insurance or something unless he had that button that released when you let go. That way, if you walked away and forgot about it, you didn't burn something down. But
When'd you get that,
This
Ken?
thing, they reached out to me about 3 weeks ago, and I said, "Yeah, I'll try it." And basically, what they said is, "We want to send you one." And the email basically said, "If you like it, please use it in a video." They didn't.
Yep.
It wasn't, "Hey, you got to make a video" thing. They said, "If you like it, will you please use it in a video?" And I tell you what, for an electric fire starter, Big Lou just did a review on this.
It did, yeah.
I think last week, and Big Lou was spot on. These things, they work good. They work good. Anthony's fire cups work good. Tumbleweeds work good. The Weber cubes work good.
I mean, I'll tell you, it's like easy enough to make one yourself, though.
The grill gun works good too.
No.
The reason the grill gun is so cool is because you can shoot flame. It's something. It's that Tim Allen from what was his TV show? Tool Time. That moment. When you pull the trigger and you're playing with a blowtorch, a huge blowtorch. They all work great. They all work great.
I'll just say, Ken, I don't need to spend $180 on a torch that you bend over, you tip down too far, it puts the fire out.
I agree.
And that's the issues I had. And this guy's back and forth. He goes, "No, this got a built-in safety check valve." I'm like, "Well, you should just tell me how to get rid of it." "Well, you really don't want to do that. Just hold it up, right?" And I did that. Still wouldn't work. I had it to work a time or two. And I bled the pressure out of it, rehooked it up, done everything. And I'm like, screw this. I'm not shooting a video with this. If I'm having a problem, other people are going to have a problem, So I never did.
Ross, I had those exact same problems. And my thing is if I put this, what are you doing, woman? Jared, Kathy's right here.
We're sorry, there's no action.
She's down there. Way down there. See, Ross had to stand up to see you, honey.
No, I had my little flip thing open on my camera. I can close that.
Oh.
I've seen her.
My deal is, if I'm going to use that Grill Blazer grill gun to start my drum, and it's a 55-gallon drum,
well, see,
how am I going to do it with that safety switch if it keeps kicking out?
You're not.
We were over at Chef Johnny's, and T-Roy was over before you showed up, Kent, and we were trying to get his drum started, and Troy was like, "Hey, don't you have one of those grill guns?" And Chef Johnny busted it out, and that exact same problem. You tilt that gun down far enough, and it would just you're just blowing out freaking the natural gas.
Now I tell you what I do got, and it's made really for a 55-gallon drum like my Gateway. if you have a propane tank, you can either have the squatty green one or the longer one. But the pipe, well, let's see, the valve's right here, and the pipe comes up
And
and
it
comes
bends.
down at an angle, and
Yeah.
it's long. And I can just stand right here, and that tip is down inside my drum. And I like a lot of things with that. It's handy as heck. You know, I got it off of Amazon.
Right.
A lot cheaper than that grill gun, you know.
Well,
And it
you
don't
know,
blow the.
it's
Yeah,
cool
that's it.
looking.
It is,
You know,
but
I mean, it's
It
cool
is.
looking, but I mean, if it was
Yeah.
but if I gotta go like this to light a fire,
yeah,
and I gotta hold it for a minute,
Burn your hand off.
they're trying not to get
Hell, I can
sued.
hang
I
this.
understand it, you know, but
I can hang
You
this
know.
off a grill grate,
yeah,
the second grill grate in a drum, and walk away.
right.
Well, hey, Kent, guess what? I can go outside and I can go get my weed burner and I can turn that thing all the way on and then
There you go.
zip,
I got one of
zip
them
tie
too.
and I can zip tie the handle and I ain't
Yeah.
got to worry about messing with it.
Exactly. If you have a Russ knows what a rosebud is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Brazers
hook
at
that
work
up?
use them.
Yeah, let it hang in there. I think Chef Johnny called his a pear burner, but it's a rosebud.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the same thing I
You
have.
know, and
Yeah.
throw it in there and let it go. You're good.
Yep.
Yep.
I've even
that
somewhere
grill
I've got an electric charcoal starter, and it came with my grill dome. It's like an electrical element shaped
Mhm.
like this, and you shove it up under your charcoal or put your charcoal on top of it. You plug it in, you turn it on, and next thing you know, you see smoke, then a fire. You know, I've had that for years. I don't typically use it much, but I still got it. You know,
Russ,
that's
you
another
mean like
option.
that exposed element?
Yeah, the element.
Like the
And
one off
yeah,
the
yeah, I
home
mean,
Depot.
like if you pull it out and touch that element, it's going to burn a fire out of you, just like on a stove. You know, it's an
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
element.
exactly.
But it works. You know, it's just another option.
Oh, what Johnny say?
Johnny
Yeah,
says
Johnny.
he
Yeah, okay, there you go. Johnny has the sous vide grill gun,
Okay,
which
but
is half the length of this one.
yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the thing though with that though, Kent, like doesn't it have it's not a fully open at the throat, right? It's got
It is the same as what I just showed you, only like half the length. If I'd looked at it right, I mean this thing burns 2,600 degrees, 400,000 BTUs. I mean that's a lot of damn power. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not by any means trying to talk bad about their product at all.
I am.
I just,
okay. They're actually in the chat right now, Kent.
well, that's fine. They can be in the chat. It is a cool to have product.
I bet Russ could freaking make a better grill gun than that with just some little 1-inch piping and a freaking ball valve.
Well, you said it already. Go to Amazon. I forget what I paid for mine. It wasn't much. And get a weed burner, and
Yeah.
it puts out the same kind of flame, or at least it looks the same. And it's got a trigger where you really pour the oxygen to it.
Oh yeah.
I've got a video using that thing. I think I used
Yeah,
it on
there you
a pit barrel cooker video.
I mean,
Lighting the charcoal.
the Rosebud, you know, and I got the portable little setup at the shop
Yeah.
that I got the cutting head and the Rosebud head for it. Well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
The setup is that the setup ain't no more than that grill gun. It's the tanks
Right.
that'll cost you the money, you know. But them
Yeah.
tanks are going to last you. If you get the little portable oxyacetylene setup, how many years can you light pits with that?
Exactly.
An offset, a drum of any sort,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, you know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
hello. I mean,
Okay,
it is cool.
I would say we're going on about an hour and a half, and I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. It's
Yeah, I'm fixing to go crawl in that bed. Is what I'm gonna do.
oh yeah, Charlie. I appreciate you being a great co-host tonight. It was awesome.
You
Russ,
betcha.
appreciate you
Anytime.
hopping on. Kent, I
No
don't
problem.
really know what much to say about you.
Well, you can't send me a text at 6:30 and expect an immediate response. So I understand why you got co-host B up there with the long
Hey,
string.
you, don't you be talking about my pickle.
Am I second chair?
No,
Please tell me you invited me first.
I did.
You're a
Last
freaking
minute.
liar, and I got the text to prove it.
Yeah, I'm last minute. I just got my Canon camera back that my son's had it, and he just wasn't using it. I said, "Get that thing back, man." That's what I do my live feeds with.
There you go.
And I got it sitting. He still has my normal tripod, which brings the camera more eye level, but I'll get that from him.
Right. So, well, maybe you'll go live a little often now too, Russ.
I'm a firm believer that, man, it just crushes the following videos that I post when I do a live feed. So
Yeah.
I go live maybe once a year, you know, and I do it in the off season when I'm not getting a lot of views anyway. That way I'm not killing nothing, you know.
There you go.
Russ, I want to see a couple more crab boil videos.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming. That's
I can't. I
that,
look forward to those.
yeah,
I
that's
really
my
do.
hardest hitting videos, believe it or not, and I'm cutting my own throat if I don't do them. You know, crawfish above anything really. That or I got a shrimp video that it doesn't like much hitting 1 million views, so that one's done well too. A bowl of shrimp in the big pots, you know.
Well, I think
And it's
Melissa
like
and I, we're gonna,
955,000, so it's just steadily, you know.
I think Melissa and I we're gonna try our best to come out and visit you this year, Russ.
That'd be cool. We're here, man.
So
I'm not going nowhere. That'd be cool. But
yes, sir.
Whatever.
yeah,
Jared.
I definitely got more bulls coming. It's the wrong time of the year. I mean, I could do shrimp any time of the year, but crawfish, I'll probably do something like that in the off months, like
Yeah.
in February. If I get something
Little
like that
mud
out
puppies.
quick, it'll do good, huh?
My wife got mad at me. We went to where were we? I forget if we were in Texas or Florida, but I went there and I said, "Yeah, I want the crawdad." She goes, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Suck the heads and squeeze the bodies, baby." And she's like, "You're disgusting."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, you
Sucking hells
might
and
think
pinch.
you might
Yeah,
think I'm
suck the heads and
disgusting,
pinch the tails.
Yeah.
but I am gonna be fat and happy."
Oh yeah.
Man, they're so good. Man, I'll tell you, Phil Kent and I don't know whoever else. Like, it's amazing how expensive they are if you're not around where they live.
Oh man, they're even expensive here.
Are they?
Yeah, shrimp's going up because the price of diesel's going up. The big shrimp boats
dang,
over.
man.
I talked to a good buddy of mine. He does this for a living, has since he was 13 years old. And he's 2 years younger than me now, but he's got 2 boats. Both of them are on the East Coast, and he lives close to me. His captains are over there on his boats, and he said his fuel bill for the last month is like $30,000. I'm like, holy crap, that would scare the heck out of me, man, with a bill like that. But they bring in a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? But by the time you
true.
buy that fuel and pay your deck cans and whatever else you got to pay, you know. But he said the price of shrimp went up to help offset it. I said, yeah, it gets passed right to the consumer, which he's a consumer too, you know, not maybe for shrimp,
true.
but everybody's doing that. They just pass it off to us. So, you know, what are you going to do, man?
Yeah.
True. Nah, I was shocked at the prices. I was just like, oh, crap, man.
Yeah, that's high.
Jared's going to turn into a pumpkin, but
I'm already
Russ,
there.
I do want to say one thing. It's kind of cool. About once a month, we have a seafood truck. There's 3 guys that run in this truck, and they come straight up out of Louisiana.
Oh, that's cool.
They stop by Kansas City, and then they're up here 30 miles from me.
That's good money for the
once a
people that do
month.
that. Yeah.
So, and for what I can buy it out of the local markets here,
Yeah.
I'll wait once a month and go hit them up.
Oh yeah, at least it's fresh, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you can get a sack of crawdads and they're still trying to pinch you picking up the bag, you know
That's
it's
pretty
fresh.
fresh. Yeah, that's
cool.
fresh.
Yeah. Alrighty, fellas. Well, I'm gonna call this a night. I appreciate y'all hopping on here, and
Yeah, man, enjoyed it.
I'm glad maybe we can look forward to doing this again. But I'm gonna hit the head and go to bed and call it a night.
There you go.
So,
Myself.
all right, Russ. Appreciate it. Kent, appreciate it. Charlie, appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, anytime.
Later, guys.
It's
All right,
been
later.
fun.
And now, folks,
Hey,
it's time
Jared,
to say
one
goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your